So here's the chart from that one, and it looks really similar. So I'll put back up the first chart here. You can see we've got this kind of a wide node right in the middle, actually like 0.8 of a grain wide, which is kind of crazy. Not a super stable node, but pretty dang consistent. And then on this next chart, so this is the last group that I just shot, with the bullet seated deeper into the case, we actually have kind of a similar node right here in the center, centering right on about 31 grains. So that's what we're going to shoot in this test. I'm going to shoot 31 grains, and I'm actually going to shoot 32 grains too. Up here towards the top of the chart, there's maybe a little bit of a node in there. Not the greatest node, but I do want to try a group with that higher velocity and just see what happens. So we're going to shoot a group with 31 grains and a group with 32 grains, and we'll see what happens. So let's get out to the 100-yard range and try these out. All right, folks, we're out here on the range shooting our 85 grain Sierra Varminter load, and I'm going to take a check real quick to make sure I'm zeroed and to warm the gun up. We're going to do that with the 120 grain ELDM load. That has done the best for us so far. Now, this is the one with AR comp and not accurate 25-20. So I guess it's second best as far as accuracy goes, but it's pretty decent. So I'm going to take a 5-shot group with this to start out with. I do have a different target camera setup. I've got my Osmo Action down there at the target. If that doesn't work out, or if I shoot it, I might try reversing the target setups, but we'll see. It is a breezy day. The target's moving around, the camera down there is moving around. So I'm going to try to wait for a little bit of a lull for a shot. Otherwise, shots are going to be all over the target. Glad I checked it. That would have been off the target. I was actually aiming at the lower right-hand target. So let me get to my measuring spot. We're going to come down. That is 2 MOA high of my black square, which is my aim point. So I'm going to come down 3.5. And that's where we will start shooting the Varminter. Give the gun a second in between groups, and we'll get shooting. I do love that 120 grain ELD. That was fantastic. The wrong box of ammo. The extreme spread on that 5-shot group was 9 feet per second, which is great. All right, this is actually the test I'm going to shoot next. So let me grab the 85 grain Varminter, and this is with 31 grains of H335. Be pointing at the top left-hand target there. Tell you what, I'm going to shoot at the bottom left-hand target just in case this bullet, because it's so light, flies higher. Which at 100 yards it probably won't, but I don't know. All right, I see where that is, all the way on the bottom edge of that target. I should have shot for the top. Oh well, I'm gonna shoot the entire group. I'm gonna shoot that entire group with the exact same point of aim, and we'll go for it. The cardboard has tape over all the previous bullet holes, so I should be able to pick that group out pretty well. The recoil on this is so light. Between that break and the super light bullet, yeah. Not a half bad little group. I'd say it's probably about 1 inch. All right, I'll give the gun a second. cycled that fine, locked the bolt back and everything. Let's take a look at the numbers. Average of 2804, extreme spread of 23, standard deviation of 9. That is about the best I could have hoped for. Well, that is exactly the kind of numbers that I was hoping for. I didn't think we were going to get a single digit extreme spread, and we didn't, but that is okay. That is perfectly fine. Now I'm really excited to see how this 32 grain load shoots. I'm going to come up 1 MOA just to make sure that I'm still on the paper with this next one. We'll just have to note that on the target. There is a tiny bit of a shiny spot on that brass, slightly less than our normal, so I'm not worried about that at all. All right, 32 grains, H335. Bottom middle there. I possibly torqued that one just a little bit. That was on me. But I didn't torque that one, and it was the furthest outside. All right, guys. 2 groups about the same size. That second one looks a little smaller, but I'm not sure if it is. Decent results. That is all I could have hoped for. And a 1 MOA planking load, pretty much. Planking load, varmint load, whatever. I am happy to have that one in my arsenal. Let's go back down to the bench, and we'll finish out the video. I'll mention real quick before we go down there, we had the same standard deviation of 9 feet per second with that group, but our velocity average was 2878. Certainly the fastest I've ever shot in Grendel. That's 16-inch barrel 223 speeds with an 85 grain 6.5 millimeter bullet. That's pretty cool. All right, and here we are looking at these groups. That cider group with the 120 grain ELD shot a .59. I'm always happy to see that. So our varminters, you remember this one, we shot one off the paper and I couldn't quite measure. We're about 1 inch with that group. Not too bad at all. And then this next group at 32 grains went into .98. So just under that inch, right around the 1 MOA mark, which is absolutely perfect for this load. That's the one I'm going to go with, is the 32 grain load. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Check us out over on Patreon, Instagram, all that good stuff. And y'all have a good one.